Now, I usually don't get on to do one this late, but guys, I got to do this. I don't know how long Charleston White's going to be around. He pushed it to the limit this time. This time, he basically insinuated murder, okay? And he's showing it. You'll see it in the picture, and I'll post the video in community. Okay, problems is tribulation. He told him you don't want no problems. Come on. Romans 12:12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. We know Charleston White ain't praying, talking hard things. He ain't praying for nothing. And we're going to get there. Romans chapter 5, verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. He's not patient at all. He's coming at everybody, coming at them, trying to fight, saying you want war. You don't want problems. You don't want problems from God, and you're about to get them, for real. Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine, nakedness or peril or sword? So you're holding up a gun telling him you don't want no problems. Yeah. And because of you doing that, you're going to be separated from God for eternity. For real. You got to stop. He's getting more serious. Judges chapter 10, verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods, which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Oh, he just did you dirty, son. He told you, go to your fake God and ask them to help you. Because when you're in trouble, you're going to be like, oh, God. He ain't going to be there. He's done with you at that point. You're saying hard things, telling them that you're like you're going to kill him. We come out the house like this with a big gun. Come on, son. 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 4. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye know. You know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. But you're doing it for entertainment / being hard, saying hard things. He's the king of saying hard things. Then he goes tells or runs gets the cops. That's his character. Matthew chapter 13, verse 21. Yet hath he not root himself in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. You're so offended at what people are saying. Why are you offended? They're nowhere near you. You're all offended over pride of what? Your profile online? You make no sense. 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 4. Great is my boldness of speech toward you. Great is my glory in you. I'm filled with comfort. I'm exceeding joyful in all our tribulation. You're not even happy. You're not happy at all. You're talking these things, smirking and smiling, but you're really distraught, scared, and stressed. You're putting on an act because you know it can only go on so long. And you know what they're going to do to you. Let's go deeper. And you act like you're going to kill him. Let's talk about this. Mark chapter 12, verse 5. And again he sent another, and him they killed, and many others, beating some and killing some. Oh my goodness. Yo, Charleston White, you're going to kill one person and think you're tough. Then when the rest come, you're going to get overran and get trashed. You got, what, 100 shots in that chopper? 100 shots? You could kill 100 people. But what are you going to do about the other 100 when your gun's empty? Exactly that. Because that's the situation you be in. Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. Bloods get spilled. You could get rocked too, Charleston White. Holding up a gun. What if they got one? Then it's chopper against chopper. 100 shots versus 100 shots. Who's going to come out alive? Only God knows. And you're not serving him. 2 Chronicles chapter 30, verse 17. For there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified. Therefore the Levites had the charge of the killing of the Passovers for everyone that was not clean to sanctify them unto the Lord. When are you going to get saved, yo? When are you going to trust in Jesus? When is Charleston White going to trust in Jesus? We know he's not. When? He's waiting. Judges chapter 9, verse 24. That the cruelty done to the 70 sons of Jerubbaal, might come and their blood be laid upon Abimelech, their brother, which slew them, and upon the men of Shemechim, which aided him in the killing of his brethren. Yo, back in the days, brothers were helping guys kill their own brothers. Still doing it today. Charleston White, y'all still doing it. And you're helping it. You're not fighting against it. As the older man, you're still helping it. You're supposed to be smarter. Oh, my goodness. I feared this. This is what I feared. I feared this, Charleston White. Here we go, Leviticus. This is bad, Charleston. When I hit Leviticus, certain books I hit, it's bad for you. Leviticus 24, verse 21. And he that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Even if you do kill one of them, you're going to get killed because you're talking hard things consistently. God doubles it down. Leviticus chapter 24, verse 17. And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. Yo, Charleston White, man, I'm telling you. I don't know if you're watching now, but I hope you are. Job chapter 5, verse 2. For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one. You're both. Oh, my goodness. You're both. You're silly and you're foolish. That's you, precisely. The one and only. 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 27. And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. Somebody's going to give the money up and get you rocked. And they're going to get paid and ride away with you laying down. I've been to Texas. I know Texas. Everybody walks around with guns. You're right. You're right. What happens when one of them say, I want the 5K, 500K, and drop you? What are you going to do? Because they could drop you. In Texas, I know people that's nasty with their weapon. That money, $500,000, they would lay you down. Yo, they would lay you down with the quickness. They'd think they see you and shoot at the car. Everybody got them. You're right. And how do you know one of them ain't going to drop you? Right in your own city. You're not even looking. Talking to dudes in Chicago. Man, F Chicago. This. I'm from Texas. We drop NY, Nick. Saying all that crap. Talking all that. Telling everybody what you do. What y'all do there. What happens if someone from Texas comes across you and wants the money? What then? They got it. They from Texas. They gonna drop you. You're not looking. You're not listening. Numbers chapter 35, verse 11. Then ye shall appoint you cities to be cities of refuge for you, that the slayer may flee thither, which killeth any person unawares. They could rock you and get out of town. You're talking to dudes somewhere else. They'll pull into town, drop you, and be out. They'll never catch him. What are you talking about? You're saying hard things. And you're not even looking at the big picture. Guys, I could go all night if I wanted. Let's get deeper, okay? Let's get deeper. Hard things. Hebrews chapter 5, verse 11. Of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing you are dull of hearing. You don't listen. Charleston White does not listen. Everybody's trying to help him. He don't listen. You run into these dudes, to these young bulls who got the same guns, telling them you want to do this and that and this. What if they kill you? Then what? Then all that stuff you talk, they going to be cheering at your death. Wow. Oh, man. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 16. As also in all the epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the other scriptures, onto their own destruction. You're running to your own destruction. Right there, dog. Psalms chapter 94, verse 4. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all workers of iniquity boast themselves. You did both. You're right there. The third crux right there. Charleston White. That's you. Verbatim. No question. Speaking hard things. Boasting. Oh, us in Texas. You know how we get down. That ain't gonna matter. When your enemy comes and he's on your heels, in your face, none of that matters. You'll be begging like, I'll pay you this much. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do that. I promise. I got you. I got you, bro. I will do. You're going to be mumble mouth. You don't even know, yo. Psalms chapter 60, verse 3. Thou hast shewed thy people hard things. Thou hast made us to drink the wine of astonishment. People are astonished and taken back by what you're saying. That don't mean they like it. They don't like what you're saying. They're shocked. They're astonished, like, wow, can't believe he said that. That doesn't mean they like you. 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth and Jezreelite in a vineyard, which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. We'll come back to that one, because that story. Okay, Psalms chapter 63, verse 8. My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. That is all you should be thinking, Charleston White. All that right there. Psalm 63, verse 8. You need that. You got mad dudes trying to drop you. Mad dudes. You need that, or God is not with you. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 15. Good understanding giveth favor, but the way of transgressors is hard. Charleston White. This is hitting you dead on every verse. Right there is you. A transgressor. Talking about what you going to do to a young man. What you can do. Holding a gun in the screen. Son, it's hard to be a transgressor. You're ducking and dodging for your life. Right? It's hard. But you created it. Job chapter 41, verse 24. His heart is as firm as a stone. Yea, as hard as a piece, the nether millstone. Yo. Hardened heart? You're speaking hard things and got a hardened heart. That's the fastest way to hell. You have nothing to soften your blow. You don't have no God. You have an idol. Whatever God you think up thinks this is okay. Son, you have no protection. You're out here riding dirty with no protection. And them guys beside you going to die with you. I already told you that last time. You're going to get them killed because of your silliness. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there any praise, think on these things. No rapper, no comedian, no person in media thinks on this. They do what they want. Anything they want. No God. No thought of God. I'm me. I'm going to do what I feel. I'm going to get this money. That's all you're thinking about. God's going to let that be the last thing you get. You ain't going to get nothing else. That's crazy. People are not paying attention. That's wicked. Oh, yo, he's rocking you right now. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Yo, right there. You're going to come against a person who's real for real, who's really about that. For real, for real. May even be a God worshiper. And they're going to drop you fast. You're going to be saying all that stuff. Criticizing all these boys. And you're going to see that they ain't playing with you either. And they're going to rock you. God's going to allow it. He's going to he's going to imbue them to shoot through you perfectly because you're wicked. He don't like you. You're doing hard things, talking hard. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 27. Behold, I'm the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me to do? You don't want to rely on God when he can do anything. Anything. Right there. Psalms chapter 88, verse 7. Thy wrath lieth hard upon me, and thou hast afflicted me with all thy waves. Selah. All this trouble you're putting God through to reach you. All this issue you're giving him. He's going to leave you to it. And you'll be done. Taken out. Straight to hell, dog. You don't get it. You don't get it. Y'all don't understand. John chapter 6, verse 60. Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, this is an hard saying. Who can hear it? That's what everybody's walking around doing. It's not hard at all. And I showed you. I'm showing you it. I'm proving it. It's not hard. Y'all don't like to read because you'll be convicted. because all the wickedness and evil or the spirit you inhabit is keeping you from it. It's going to send you to hell. Fight off the spirits. Unfamiliar spirits, we read that. That's of the devil. All rights reserved.